up, guys? It is live. It's Tuesday night, and this is a brief sort of live stream. This is like the live stream that keeps me awake before Piz's live stream at 1 a.m. Because obviously, if I'm going to be on that stream, if I don't do this stream, I'll probably fall asleep. So this is kind of like the stream that just keeps me going. Otherwise, I will just pass out in just a mess of just the spittle and drool and pizza. And there is a pizza in the oven as well, so I will have to leave the stream. I'm not going to leave the stream. I'm going to have to like pause the stream or like whatever, and go down and take the pizza out the oven in about 5-10 minutes. But how is everybody doing tonight? We've got Big T in the chat. We've got Dan in the chat. We've got Lorne in the chat as well. Is Lorne still in the chat? Because I do need to do an unboxing on this stream. And it is quite... Well, it would be nice if Lorne was actually there to witness the unboxing. Because considering it's a package from Lorne, it would be nice if he was there as I do my unboxing. Because, like I say, I received a package in the mail today from Lorne. And I'm not entirely sure what's in it. So... He's here. Okay. So let's, without any further ado, let's just. Okay. I don't want to. Oh shit! I don't want to dox anyone. Jesus Christ, that would only be dox. That'd be doxing both of us. So yeah. There's the box anyway. So yeah, I don't know what is in this box. It's a little bit like this is like the fucking. This is like the end of a 7. What's in the box? It looks a little bit small for someone's head to be in there, especially with a Paltrow's head. But let's just, I've got my trusty knife here. So let's just, I'm going to make an absolute disaster of opening this box. I can see it's already causing me trouble. So, okay. Christ, this is fucking difficult to get into. I'm cutting into the box more than actual tape. Jesus Christ. Okay. We're making progress. Okay, it's open. Nearly. It's nearly open. Okay, so we've got an A4 piece of paper with a big thank you on. So I think before we get into what's in the contents, we need to read what it says. I'll try and do my best voice now. Dreams are dangerous things. We set them on pedestals and tell children to follow them. But honestly, most only ever end in disappointment. You could argue that the dreaming itself is the reward, but that's on you. You make that argument. I won't. When I set out on this unlikely journey to be a writer, there wasn't a lot of early support. I'm a high school graduate who has never spent a day in college, a dyslexic, clinically depressed, a mess in short. There's no goddamn reason. God. I think you've there's a bit of a typo there, Lorne. I'm sorry, but it should say there's no goddamn reason, not no goddamn reason. Oh, is that an American thing? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just reading that as no goddamn reason. Sorry for like I'm being a prick now by pulling you up on you're probably probably meant to say no goddamn reason, but in the UK you would say no goddamn reason. Sorry, back into focus. There's no goddamn reason that I should ever have to be able to have a single short story published in a small press magazine, run out of someone's basement, and yet that happened. And a whole lot more leading up to 6 novels, and more presently divided by 0. I'm not going to downplay the hard work or discipline that went into all that, but realistically, I've had a lot of great folks in my corner over the years, and I'm so incredibly grateful to count you in that number. I'm being all like sort of in character, but I just realised that it's actually aimed at me and a few other people, so I'm kind of like getting a bit emotional now. Oh, thank you, Lon, so much. So please enjoy this small offering as a thank you for all the support, trust, retweets, and posts for championing Divide and giving it the chance to find its audience. We're off to a great start, I feel, and a lot of that comes down to you. So thank you. What's inside? Kelsabeth action figure. Wow. Don't take her out of the packaging. It's a look. It took a lot to get her in there. If you really want a loose figure to play with, you'll find it in original packaging at your local Dollar Tree or Family Dollar, which means nothing to me. Dollar Tree or Family Dollar means nothing to me. Original soundtrack cassette version. Yeah, it's fully functional. You probably can't play it, but you find all these tracks on your favorite online services. These were the songs I listened to whilst racing Divide. I'd love to hear from you what songs. I'd love to hear from you what song influenced what part of the novel. Postcard from Perihelion. It may not be the vacation destination you want, but it's the place to go find yourself. Requires postage if you want to send it to someone you'd like to send somewhere else. Oh man. Oh, that's amazing, that man. Jesus. So let's just dig in. Oh my god, I can't believe he's gone to the trouble of this, man. Obviously, a lot of protective packaging for the long trip overseas. Oh my god, the tape's even got parental advisory on it. Old school 90s feel there, man. Oh my god. Oh shit, man. Look at that, man. Look at that. Camera. Wow. That is sick. Oh my god. Special offer: collect the whole Divide by Zero team and send away for exclusive clue the evil deity. Team leader Kelsabeth. Oh my god, look at that. It reminds me of those old Star Wars action figures you used to get back in the day. It's even got choking hazard on it. Have you put that in there specifically, Lorne, or is that just like you've got to put that by law in case kids pick it up and die? Oh, yeah. So that is sick as hell, man. Oh my god, overwhelmed by that is just amazing. Yeah, Lorne, legend. Thank you so much for that, man. That is just amazing. Oh my god, just look at that, man. I keep going to the wrong fucking camera. Divide by Zero soundtrack. I still stand by my a younger Kate Beckinsale for Kelsabeth, though. Looking at that, I still stand by it. Maybe she's killed. Maybe I've missed a postcard. Okay. Oh, sorry, the postcard's hidden. Greece. Whoa, hang on a minute. Right. Okay. Here's an issue I've got again now. So it says, greetings from Perihelion, bringing worlds together since 1977, maybe 1979. But I thought we agreed that 1978 was the. So hang on. So the back of the book says 78. The text says 77. So we agreed 77's canon. So why is it saying 79 on the postcard? Are you just trying to make things more and more confusing now? Is it 77, 78, or 79? I know I intentionally fucked it up again. Just yeah, I think it's a 77's canon, but you're putting 79 just to make things more confusing. But yeah. So there we go. That is amazing. So let me just go back in the chat. We've got Mikey's in the chat. What's up, Mikey? We've got Giant Chris in the chat as well. We've got Dan. Yeah, what an explosive gift. Where are we up to now? Yeah, they don't have dollar store in the UK. It's pound. So these same stores called, yeah, we have a lot of pound towns, pound stores. You know, cost of living crisis and whatnot. You know, we've got a lot of stores which sell stuff extremely well. It used to be cheap. It's not even that cheap anymore because everything's expensive now. Dan says, I want to see a perihelion. I still can't say that word. Perihelion droopy eyes bobblehead. Going to the pound town has a totally different meaning. Yeah. I didn't think you did, Lorne, to be fair. What's up, Jess? What's up, man? So yeah. So yeah, literally, this is just a stream to keep me going until Piz basically starts his stream. So I've got no agenda, no thoughts. You know, I thought I'd just jump on and just chat. So literally, I've got nothing to say. So you know, can we see the figure again? Okay, sure. T, just if you've got anything to comment, if you want to bring something up, you know, bring it up because I'm literally just going to spend the next half an hour just chatting shit and just engage with the chat and talking what you want to talk about. But yeah, there is Kelsey Beth in all their glory. And just in case you want to see it again, there is the Divide by Zero soundtrack. So yeah, cool, man. Has anybody else got it yet? I mean, I know because I know Glorm was saying it. He expected me to get this by Thursday, but it's come obviously 2 days early. So, do we just get stuff, you know, earlier in the UK than we do in the States? Is it quicker to send something across a continent than it is a few states across? I don't know. Lauren says there's one more thing that's not in the box, Mike, and that's this. All of the street teamers' names can be found in one of the next 2 books. Oh, Senator and Senator. Oh, interesting. T asks if I've seen anything good lately. I've not watched that much. I will need to go into IMDb because literally I just make a note. Skinamarink is awful. I did watch that. If you've seen the streams, T, you know I've watched that film. Hated that film. That film is fucking dog shit. Yeah, Skinamarink is just the worst. It's the way. I did watch Fender Bender last night. Right, I'm going. Hey, I do apologize. I'm gonna have to like jump out, pause the camera, and mute myself, and just go and get my pizza. I do apologize. Just don't leave. Don't leave. Don't log out. Just keep talking. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Sorry about that. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch me like munch through a load of pizza now. But yeah, Skinamarink was the worst. Yeah, it was the worst. It was fucking dog shit. Oh my god, that film was so dull to watch. It almost felt like am I really not getting it? Am I missing something? Is the joke on me when I was watching it? You know, like, you almost think like the director is just making fun of the audience, and they're thinking, how much can we take the piss out of the audience and convince them this is actually an artsy, worthwhile, intelligent movie? And I was just like, no, no, this is dog shit. This is dog shit. Oh, Chris, what's up, man? So Chris is late to the chat. So Chris, um, yeah, we have got a Divide by Zero soundtrack on cassette. I'm still holding strong time. Check that bad boy out, man. And Divide by Zero action figures as well. Yeah. So have we got Ninja? What's up, man? We've got Ninja in the chat as well. What's up, man? This is ideal time for you, man. It's like what, 11:30 in the morning or 12:30 in the afternoon. You Aussies need to be on these streams more often, man. I don't know what your excuse is, because this is perfect time for you guys. You know, there's me in the middle of the fucking night streaming for an American audience, and the Aussies the Aussies barely ever jump on, and it's perfect time for them. Holy shit! Yeah, yeah, exactly. What did I have a new Spanish horror film called, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of that. I'm going to watch this week. Huesera. I probably murdered the description of that. But I did watch you know what? what did I watch last night? Fender Bender from 2016. Now, that was a fucking fun little slasher film. I'm sure like Dan's seen it. I'm sure like, I think Chris has seen it. I know most of the chat have probably seen it. But do you know what? I went in there with zero expectations of this film, and it was a fun little movie. You know, I like the outfit the guy wears. You know, like it's kind of like it's almost like a gimp mask, but it's not a gimp mask. I think it's something that maybe people, I don't know. I don't know what the mask is. It's not a gimp mask, but it's kind of looks like a gimp mask. But there's some good kills. It's not the bloodiest film. I mean, it's kind of, it's a lot more. How would I describe it? It's the kills are kind of very sort of like, you know, full on, but you don't really see that much in terms of blood. I mean, it's kind of dialed down a little bit, but it's just a damn fun little film. I love this, it's got like a synth soundtrack as well, which I really like. It's got like this sort of like almost like the guest synth soundtrack feel. It follows synthy soundtrack feel. But yeah, I mean, I really liked it. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not reinventing the wheel or anything, but you know, it's not bad. Um, Pathan, insanely fun. That is obviously another Indian horror film that I've never heard of, that Lorne is obviously a big fan of. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and check these Indian films. I'm gonna have to try at some point. I'm gonna have to try and check some of these out. I know everybody keeps raving about RRR, which is like, it's kind of like crossed over a little bit into like the mainstream in America, but like maybe the UK as well. But the horror films not so much. Um, where the hell's my phone gone? What else I watched? Berlin Syndrome. Berlin Syndrome is damn good film. 2017, Australian made, but filmed in Berlin. Yeah, it's one of those. Don't want to spoil too much. If you're not seeing it, don't want to spoil too much. But Aussie girl in Berlin meets a guy. Oh, fuck it. The guy's a fucking psychopath. Spoiled, And then it's a case of like, how does she get out? How does she get away from this lunatic? Damn fun. That it's for a movie that's like an hour and 50 minutes long. It's quite a long movie. Never feels like it's outstayed its welcome. Damn good film. Really solid. I don't know if Ninja's seen the movie, but it's an Aussie movie, as in it's Aussie financed with an Aussie lead, but it's a German antagonist. But yeah, really enjoyable. Obviously, it's a play on Stockholm syndrome, so Berlin syndrome. So play on words, but that gives you an idea of how the film plays out a little bit. But yeah, really enjoyed that one. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. I also watched a film called Shut In from last year. It's one of those Daily Wire movies. Daily Wire. We've started getting in on the whole movie making thing. They did what did they do that from 2020? What was that school shooter film that they did from a couple of years ago, which I really enjoyed? Oh my god, Dan will tell me. Really enjoyed that school shooter movie. This one, not so much. A little bit. I mean, the Daily Wire are trying to be like sort of like anti-woke, run, hide, fight. Yeah, okay. Like the Daily Wire are trying to go the opposite way of like this, the whole woke, the way things are all woke now. I've got no issue with that because I'm kind of sick of like the way modern movies are just always pushing shit. But the Daily Wire are going the opposite direction. But they're doing the opposite. They're just doing their thing, and they're kind of like pushing their thing, their narrative a little bit as well. Focusing on the Bible a lot in this film. It's like you're doing exactly what you preach against. It's like don't be pushing your shit on me. I don't want I've already got the other side pushing their shit on me. I don't want you pushing your shit on me as well. Just give me a good story without any of this fucking political nonsense. Just give me a good story. Yeah, so Shut In, didn't like that really, but Run, Hide, Fight is fucking great. Love that film. Did the Beach House as well from 2019? But, yeah, a bit of a cabin fever vibe to it, where sort of like, young couple go to like a beach house, and shit goes down. Some kind of like weird virus running wild in the local habitat, and yeah, it all goes south from there. But it was okay. Acting wasn't great. I'll be honest. The acting was pretty bad. But I think it's a Shudder original. I don't want to really knock Shudder because they are doing a lot, for the horror community and shit. But yeah, Glorious from 2022. This was a weird one, man. I think this is another Shudder exclusive. If anybody's seen Glorious, just reply in the comments. Yeah, this is a crazy one. Guy, sort of like at the end of his tether, basically, doesn't really see much point in like carrying on with life. Stops off at his car, like a not a truck stop, almost like a restroom in the middle of the forest somewhere. Goes into relieve himself, so to speak, and hears a voice coming from like one of the toilet cubicles, and it turns out that this voice is not entirely human, and yeah, it kind of goes on from there, and it goes in a little bit of a goes in a bit of a crazy sort of place you probably weren't expecting. Yeah, Glorious is a fun time. Yeah, it's a bit of a crazy one. I think it was weird because the male lead is an Aussie guy. If Ninja's still watching, if he ever used to watch Home and Away back in the day. He's a character from Home and Away in the 90s. He's playing the male lead, and I was like, I recognize that guy, but I can't think where he's from. I was like, where do I recognize that face from? And then I was like, Googling him, or I went on IMDb. It's like, Jesus Christ, yeah, Home and Away in like 1996. It's like, Christ, that guy's the same age as me now. And it's a bit depressing because I remember him as being this young, young fella from the 90s. And I'm thinking, yeah, this middle-aged man looking back at me on the screen is basically the same age as me. And it's like, shit, you're old. What the hell? But it is what it is. Yeah, but Glorious is another fun time. I think actually one of the guys on the Flesh Wounds Discord actually recommended that film to me. So shout out whoever that was. Shout out. But yeah, I mean, literally, what else? I mean, yeah, a couple of other films I have watched, which I've never really mentioned in any streams. A movie from 2020 called Alone, which is one of those. It's a bit, it's a tried and tested formula. Woman out in the middle of nowhere. I think it's set in like Washington State or Oregon. It's in that northwest corner of the US. Very sort of like rural. Woman, middle of nowhere, starts getting stalked by a guy in a car. She tries to play it off. It's like not a big deal. But yeah, he is a psycho, and like he does kidnap her. And then from that point on, it's about her attempts to escape. It's a really, really solid film. Anybody who likes that sort of damsel in distress rural setting with just a complete psychopath on the trail. Yeah, this is definitely a must watch. Yeah, Alone. There are different movies called Alone, so you have to be. It's 2020 though, but yeah, really, really solid. I was really surprised by that. Yeah, Lorne Likes Alone as well. Yeah, it was a really, really solid movie. I was totally took back by that. Another movie that not a horror movie, but a movie I really enjoyed was Emily the Criminal from last year as well. Just what's the name? What's the name of the female lead? Aubrey Plaza, who's just like doing a lot of good stuff at the moment. But yeah, just girl find the things tough financially, goes down the route of illegal sort of forgery of like credit cards, and it's really, really solid. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. It feels like a 40-minute movie. It flies by. Really, really fun movie. It's it's not. I wouldn't say it's the sort of movie you can just turn your brain off. But it is that sort of movie where you can just relax, just chill, and just enjoy the ride. And it's not a horror movie. It's more of a thriller, but like thoroughly enjoyable. Yeah. So I know Aubrey Plaza's kind of like she's kind of like the it girl at the moment. I mean, she's in. What else is Aubrey? She's done. Oh shit! What's she done? My mind's gone blank now. I know she's done something pretty. Oh yes, she's in the White Lotus. That's why I recognise her, because that fucking shows everywhere now. But yeah, really, really fun film. So if you want to like take a break from horror briefly, then yeah, Emily the Criminal, thoroughly enjoyable. Dan says Mark Menchega, another name I just can't pronounce, has new movie called The Retaliators from the Gear Brothers. They are friends of our show. I'll make a note of that one. Yeah, Glorious is a fun time. When is Shakespeare Shitstorm fan account? What the hell is hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm? I've not heard of that one. If it's anti-woke, I'll like it. Giant Chris says, I like the Hyperions from the Daily Wire. But that was one they just bought the rights to after it was made. What's up, Sean? Okay. I've kind of run out of things to say now. Come on, chat. Keep me going for another 10 minutes, please. I've come on here with like no preparation at all. I came on here to do an unboxing. I had to keep myself awake until about 10 to 1. Can we get another 10 minutes of like, chat for me to just bounce off so I don't have to do any fucking work, please? And I can just eat pizza. Oh, sure. Since you're just in the chat. So anybody new jumps in the chat. Lawns book divided by 0. We've got action figures. And we've got a soundtrack. Oh, that's what I can talk about. Oh, thoughts on bringing back Fawlty Towers? Yeah, bad idea. Yeah, bringing back Fawlty Towers. John Cleese now is like 83, 84. I know he's like he's big time anti woke, and I know he wouldn't let it be woke like the way everything is woke now. But Fawlty Towers is a product of its time. You don't bring a product from the 70s back into modern age, even if you are being like anti PC. It's just you won't be allowed to be that edgy anyway. I just think it's a disaster. Just leave it. Just leave Fawlty Towers. It was I nearly said 2 seasons then, and that's an American expression. It's 2 series of 12 episodes. It's perfect as it is. Do not bring it back. Fucking hell, man. Do not bring Fawlty Towers back. Do not destroy another classic TV show. That was what I was going to mention, actually. Yeah. These fucking psychopaths who want to censor Roald Dahl's books, go fuck yourselves. Oh, he mentions words which are hurtful and shameful. We're offensive to people, to children nowadays, because in the BFG, somebody is described as fat. So, who gives a fuck? Go fuck yourselves. These are books. Books aren't meant to be like, PC, all family friendly at all times. Even if it's a kid's book, what the fuck, man? Like, I am so pissed off with like modern society and modern, like, just the way people just. Why are you so offended by words? They're just words. They can't hurt you. And when we're talking about Roald Dahl, we're talking about one of the greatest authors of the 20th century. We're talking about an author whose books have been translated, into multiple languages, made into movies, for the last 50 years. And now in 2023, but they're going to decide that it's a little bit offensive to call somebody fat. If that's offensive, how far further down the line do we go? Fat becomes offensive, then another word becomes offensive, then another word becomes offensive, then another word becomes offensive. So at what point do you completely butcher his books and everybody else's books? Like, why Roald Dahl anyway? You might as well just take every single book by every single author over the last 100 years, and if they describe anybody as fat, you then censor that book. Right? I mean, if it's good enough for Roald Dahl, it's good enough for everybody else, right? Or you just going after the popular authors. And then where do we go after that? Do we decide that these books are that offensive that we're going to maybe eradicate them altogether? Maybe we should take these books and maybe we should like create a big bonfire. Maybe we should burn these books. Maybe we should burn these books out of existence. I seem to remember there were a group of people who tried to do that about 80 odd years ago. That's just something to think about. Yeah, how did that go? So yeah, if you want a sense of Roald Dahl, go fuck yourself long and hard, because man, like they say, at first it came for Roald Dahl, but I wasn't Roald Dahl, so I didn't say anything. That's all I'll say. Anyway, I'm out. I'll see you on the other side in about 10 minutes. Good night.